truly set. You can feel the electricity around Adelaide Oval. Geelong and Port Adelaide, top of the table, and in 5 seconds, it will be all underway. The ruckmen are ready. Hamish McIntosh against Lobey, and we start with a near-perfect bounce, and it was split from the middle. Varco had to fight amongst themselves, the Cats, and it's Varco with the first surge forward up to the 50 for Geelong. Tough there for Burberry, not so for Stokes. Skimmed the pack beautifully and kicked it into the main man. And he picks up where he left off on Monday, Hawkins.
Great start from Matty Stokes. And I reckon he'd be looking for a big one. Last week, if there was a down player for the Cats, he had his 20-odd possessions, but he looked indecisive. Today, very first kick, puts its lace out on Hawkins' chest.
Tom, 15 seconds.
Fresh from a dominant display, 5 goals, 3 at the MCG. We know all about how tough last year was for him with his injury. He's a rejuvenated man, Tom Hawkins. Knows how to kick big goals. Let's see if he can start the afternoon in style. Getting plenty from the crowd here at the Adelaide Oval. And it was right on line for the post for a moment. It left his boot.
Well, every kick pleases somebody. And there's probably just under the capacity, 53,000. There's about 3 square centimetres of space on the hill available.
Geelong, well, they're successful doing things their way.
They've silenced the crowd so far. They're trying to get involved. Guthrie to Johnson again. He's causing havoc already, Stevie J. They've got to put someone on him. He's put it through. Pressure grows on Port Adelaide. Polak got hit hard, but kept it in his teammates' hands, which was great stuff. Holmes aims up centre half forward. There's a strong bit of work from Matty White. Gets on the bike, White for Port. Kicks quickly into the 50. Gives the forwards a chance. And Schultz gleefully accepts on the arc.
Well, we've been given a treat so far. We've had Stevie J turning on his tricks, and finally, Port have got it inside forward 50.
And Schultz, yeah, their first one in there, Jared, and the result is their key forward looking to get the ball in his hands, positioned himself perfectly. Great kick from White.
In his 12th season in AFL footy, he's 5th with Port Adelaide. Jay Schultz, been a terrific story, a great target for them. Unfortunately, doesn't make the connection he would have liked there. And McIntosh goes back and takes the mark.
Good work from McIntosh, putting in the yards. It was always going to be there or thereabouts, and it dropped a little bit short.
Cats going with just the 2 ruckmen rather than 3 today. Blitzarves sharing the load with him. He goes up, can't mark. In fact, he's out-pointed by Lobey. Good grab from Lobey. Such a pivotal player for Port. Jonas to the left, but I think he's going to go along at this stage.
And he's missed Polak in the middle of the ground, staying wide and safe.
To the boundary, and it's fisted over by Rivers.
They won't mind that. They've set up, they've done that many times. They'll back themselves in to grab one from a stoppage, but Geelong have been winning the stoppages from the opening bounce.
So now, we'll see this thrown. Oh, Lobey got some interference.
And there was a block in that clearance, and it'll go against Geelong. It was an accidental one, but you can't take the ruckman's line.
Interesting to have a look at it when the time comes. Stokes was pleading innocence. As you said, it was accidental. Oh, no,
Harry Taylor trying to get out of the way. In effect, got in the way.
So Lobey, this would be a terrific goal for Port, given Geelong's dominance thus far. It's good enough to go. That'll get the crowd up and going.
Well, that's for the Justin Westhoff can have a bit of credit for that goal, because Lobey was sitting back and Westhoff was taking a couple of trying to take the big guys for the Cats. You know, he's got Lobey to come down. You've got to take this one against McIntosh. Lucky there with Taylor just trying to get out of the way to get to his opponent. Call for the block. You can see there wasn't one where he set himself to actually block the ruckman, but umpire called it, and Lobey goes back and just nails it.
He did well, rode the tackle just enough to open up the situation. High ball down there for Westhoff. Rivers wins the first round. Westhoff goes in to try and win the second. Gets it out to Robbie Gray. Robbie Gray from the pocket. Usually would gobble that up.
Yeah, he's well off balance. He was fatigued and off balance.
Blitzarves in the prime position to mark. Couldn't drag it down. There's Walker overrunning it for the Cats. A little poke away from Trengove. That was laced with danger. Blitzarves again. Now Hawkins with brute strength. He displayed it one way at the MCG in the air, and he displays it on the ground for a brilliant goal. Hopefully Hartley can get him out of trouble. He does with a brilliant kick to Young. It was Jonas who kicked it to him.
Well, they're up and about with the whistle this round, the umpires, and it's been really helping the footy. Instant decisions. No latitude given.
So it's Young. Aaron Young was the sub last week.
Geez, he went to go to Pollock, and I don't think Pollock actually was ready for it.
He looked most uncertain as he came in. It's mighty close to being a goal, though. Great blow landed by Aaron Young. And just his 20th game of AFL footy.
Well, he was a bit uncertain with the handball to Polak, and then he was a bit uncertain as to whether he should short pass it. And he just loaded up. He took the punt, as you rightly called it, Hutto. And just going around the body, got that little bit of extra length, and that's the goal that they needed. They've had a bit of domination the last 4 or 5 minutes, but haven't been able to score. What a great start to this match for both clubs.
Here's Ollie Wines to come away. High ball for Matt White, who's been a dangerous player this year, the former Tiger, leading the competition in goal assists. Now the ball comes to Ebert. Hard lead from Schultz.
Touched.
Okay, well, he won't realise that if it was touched.
Oh, it was touched in mid-flight, but he got away with it.
Schultz we know he's a beautiful, accurate kick. 17 goals, 4 to his name this year coming into this game.
And that's the key for Ollie Wines. If he's going to play slightly wider, he's got to play a different role at stoppages, and he's a sweeper, and Stevie J's a sweeper. He's got to equalise him through the middle of the ground.
We'll get a good look at it here from Jay Schultz.
It's the twice he hasn't centred the ball.
Again, it comes off hands into the lap of Hartland, who does the rest, and Port Adelaide are in front.
Well, the instruction must have gone to Lobie. Get down there and at least compete with McIntosh, because previously McIntosh has been able to spoil a couple when the ball's gone in deep from Port Adelaide. So he did that on this occasion, competes. Hartley gets in the right spot, and the result's a goal. So well done, you see there, Lobie. Just make sure McIntosh can't take a clean grab. He needs to put that over the line there. McIntosh allowed Geelong to start again.
And not happy as you'd expect. That had to go over the line. Good decision for the umpire.
Ebert got it moving to White. Wines is resting forward. He's calling for it on the 50. And White's, it was a pretty good kick.
Oh, well kept in.
Wines dug deep, got it to White. Has to nail this opportunity on a big stage. He knows it. Port back in front.
Great goal, great game, great chase from Stevie J. Wasn't that magnificent? Just to see how fast he was. He didn't go the second time. I know that's where you're going, Jono.
I think he thought the ball was going to go out of play here, though. You could see there, it looked like it was going to go out, but Ollie Wines, just excellent, kept the ball alive. And then White was able to get forward of the ball, and there's no catching Matty White when he's in that position.
There's a good passage of play. In front, we know that. But they're in the game as we'd expect at three-quarter time, and they'll settle from here.
Guthrie, Burberry, almost, still might be. Hall and Smith on the bell, has put them back in front. Pulsating opening term at the Adelaide Oval, and ends with a classy cat goal, kicked by George Hall and Smith. It's Geelong 4-4-28. It's Port Adelaide 4-2-26. It's living up to expectations, boys.
Fantastic first quarter, Jared.
Absolutely brilliant. This is electric on the ground. It was electric in the stands, and we are seeing a great game so far of AFL footy. Let's hope there's more of it.
Cats by 2.
Surrounding the contest.
And what we see on the TV screen is more numbers from Geelong around the loose ball. I reckon they've come here and said, OK, they've got the big reputation of running. Let's see if we can match them with that. If we match them with that, we'll win on the board.
Ebert, quick assessment, finds Broadbent. There's open space in the 50. Can they use it? They can. And Robbie Gray takes the mark. Westhoff says, kick it quickly to me. He decides not to.
Well, he's finding the ball inside 50, Robbie Gray. He's just got to capitalise. He doesn't even look confident here. Someone's got to settle him here. Whoever's behind him there, Ebert's there, just settle him down. Tell him to have the shot. Give him the confidence.
2 misses, but he has kicked 10 goals, 9 for the season, Robbie Gray. And this from right on the 50, right on his range, goes back, calmly, coolly, slots it. And gives Port Adelaide the lead once again.
Well, that one really hurt the Cats. They have been dominant in this second term. They've played really good football. They just haven't put it on the scoreboard. And you can see there from deep in defence, they've gone to the fat side. It was open. Really nice kick. And sometimes there's less pressure on you when you're kicking from outside because you've got an excuse. He went back and just naturally kicked the ball and got the result.
What they need Westhoff and Schultz to be in that position across the just outside 50, 60 metres out from goal. Robbie Gray get back, get in the goal square.
1 metre.
Great rebound footy by Geelong. Enormous defence. Gives them another opportunity.
Kicked a great goal. And he picked it up off the ground in the first quarter. Missed his set shot. Now Tom Hawkins to give the Cats back the lead. From outside 50. Goal umpire shuffles across a little too far as Tom Hawkins is concerned, and scores a level. Geelong have kicked 4 behinds in this quarter, and Chris Scott is on his feet. Not the reward they were hoping for. Hobbs, dangerous kick. Varco didn't give away the free on Westhoff, despite the protest. Pollock just dabbed it, and he finds Westhoff.
Once again, long kicks, and Kelly's just loving this.
Little contender there, little mini mark of the week for James Kelly. From just behind the wing. I guess you can understand how the umpire may have thought it was touched, but clearly shows it should have been paid. Selwood not mucking about, kicks it back to the wing. They've got the extra body port. Hobbs got it away from Burberry, nipping at the heels. Jonas, Carlisle, the build, good, you got to love it. Cassisi, they're heading forward again. They took the advantage. Schultz has it knocked away, trying to be defiant, the Cats, but Port Adelaide is starting to crank. He's got it again, Matty White.
He's all right. There's a good goal, wasn't it, John? Just round the corner.
It sure was, and that's fired up everyone here at Adelaide Oval. You can see coming in here, perfect position, gets front and square of the contest, and then out the back, he's got Ollie Wines there, takes it on himself, and that's a super finish around the corner.
And that's the difference at the present time. Port Adelaide have to get the ball to ground. They're built for ground level play, not for long bombs.
7 minutes remaining of playing time in this, the second quarter. Varco, again, the Cats just owning the ball around the 50. Selwood hasn't had the impact he would have liked. Hartlett's getting busy. So is Pollock, sharing it around well. Hobbs just eases it out to halfback. Pittard can bolt. He can go. He's got White ahead, running back towards goal again. He's gone on a 3-bounce run. Brings it into Hartlett. He's a thumping kick. Schultz in the sights. Oh, he didn't mark it on the third. Here's even in the pocket, shut down with great expertise by Enright. And Schultz, can't believe it. The umpire saw nothing.
Did he hear anything, Hutto?
No, he didn't, Jared. I couldn't go again. Throw in. McIntosh got it down. Westhoff, was he collected high?
That one is fend off high.
Ooh. We're not through this. It's a pretty handy lead at half-time.
Yeah, sure is. No complaints from Kelly Burberry there. Just that's where the Steve Johnson one earlier was exactly the same. That didn't get picked up from the umpire. So Hartlett, opportunity now, looking to make the most of that opportunity coming his way.
We all know he's a big booming kick, but this one is not about distance. This is about getting it between the goals, and Port Adelaide's lead would extend to 13 points. It's a decisive advantage in this brilliant top-of-the-ladder struggle. 3 consecutive goals for Port Adelaide. Hamish Hartlett, young leader of this football club, shows it in the best possible fashion. And he's another who tries to get off the ground and can't.
After a goal, they're trying to get off. Stay out there. If you kick the goal, you're on fire. There's the fend off there from Burberry. But you look now, Hartlett started the game slowly, but he's got the 2 goals on the board. He's got 11. Bo's got 12. Ebert's got 12. So the key midfielders for the power, really starting to get enough ball.
Needed to bring some of the old-fashioned footy back.
Well, Chad Wingard's the one who really hasn't got off the chain right now. Kelly's doing a pretty good job.
Oh, beautifully summed up, Jared.
Smart kick will go over the top.
Oh, look at this. He can over the top, and they can get on their feet. Travis Boak runs into an open goal. It's all Port Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval at the moment. They are celebrating all around the ground. The skipper kicks their fourth of the second quarter.
And well done to the skipper. He has worked and worked and worked. He's generated most of his stuff at stoppages with handballs. He's had Hall and Smith get him for a few minutes midway through the term. But like all battles through the middle, there are fluctuations, and you've just got to hang in there, and he has finished off this term with half a dozen really important possessions. And you can't leave Chad Wingard by himself. Too clever.
Corns very nearly missed Broadbent. A nervous moment or two for the Port defender. He's quickly swinging.
Look at this bloke. He runs his guts out every day.
Again, he's charging forward, but kicks it in on that 45.
Oh.
Gray hits the ground hard.
And that's the kick Geelong need to feed off.
And there's leads everywhere. He's trying to compute which way to go. Siren's gone.
Oh, well, he should be given another kick.
No kick. Siren gone.
Frustrating. Would have been hard to get it from there.
The umpires didn't hear it, the players anyway. Yep.
Well, Port Adelaide was far from a perfect quarter, but on the scoreboard, all that matters is they've kicked 4 goals, 1 to 5 behinds, and they've taken a lead of 18 points at half-time. Could they be in top spot at the end of tonight on the AFL ladder?
Going up the ground, missing targets wouldn't be happening most of the time when he gets the ball.
He's a significant out, and it's just meant another young player in Jackson Furlow, who's a talented player, but only very inexperienced, has taken his position. Corns kicks to the wing. You can see all the height. Lobie was able to impact well there. Gray tapped it back. McIntosh all pinballing around, and he couldn't contain it. Westhoff could. They're sweeping forward again, looking dangerous. Boak didn't panic. He steps again, does the skipper. Pumps it in long. They didn't need a high flyer because Schultz was too strong and too smart.
Boak leading from the front today. 2 steps, magical steps in that passage of play to get himself free and some room to kick the ball. There he is on screen. And it looked like Hartlett just going over to say, well done. Great inspirational play from the skipper. 1 step there, breaks the tackle. Here's the 2nd step there on Sheringham. Round he goes. Schultz completes the work.
Well, what a combination they are at the moment, Port Adelaide. Crowd just hushed. As Schultz comes in, and they won't be hushed now. Port lead by 4. 4 goals, that is. They've kicked the first of the third, and they're 9-3-57. Geelong just 4 goals in just over a half of footy, 4-9-33.
Well, this is just a brilliant performance. Nice comeback there by Port Adelaide. Turned the ball over, got it, won it back, got it in the hands of the skipper, who was prepared to handball, but every handball option was covered. He just kept control, kept smart, kept relaxed, and hit up the target.
So Jay Schultz, a marvellous player he's been for them. Kicks his first of the afternoon. A little fumble there from Hall and Smith, who has been a good player, but right now the pressure is relentless from Port. Corns torpedoes it into the 50, and they can't do a thing wrong. Wingard takes the mark. They dash towards the goals, but he decides to stay nice and go back and have the shot for goal himself.
He had a quiet first half, Wingard, but it was just before half-time where he takes the mark and gets it over to Boak for an easy goal. Things started to turn for him now. He just obviously involved a couple of times early in this third quarter. And it's about taking your moments. Things aren't going well for you. Stay involved in the game in various ways, and all of a sudden the opportunities may come, and when they do, you got to take them with both hands. As Joel Selwood coming off with the blood rule. That normally happens once a week for Joel Selwood.
And getting booed for it too.
Wingard yet to kick a goal today. Kicked 4 goals in his only other appearance at the Adelaide Oval. Missed a game with injury. Was quiet last week with only 10 disposals. Copped a bit more from Darren Glass. And he's out there today. And he's coming in from 40 metres. Everything's turned into goal for Port Adelaide. They lead by 5 goals now.
What a start to the third quarter from Port Adelaide. It's about process. Ken Hinkley, go back to the process. Yes, they were excited at half-time. They would have been nice and loud in the rooms, no doubt. But he's brought them back down to earth very quickly. Talked about the process, what they need to do, and it's the clearance work that has gone up another level in the second quarter. Started well in this third quarter as well, Jared.
Inexperience there. Just allowed Wingard to come forward after a torpedo.
Quick ball up, McIntosh against Lobe. Here's Young, little shake of the hips, winds, they're sprouting forward again. Hartlett to half forward, slight misjudgment. Wingard, he's dangerous, he's surging, and Port are everywhere at the moment. And Robbie Gray takes the mark.
He is a super talent, this kid. He wound up, he knew he had a shot at goal in him, but he calculated that there was a better option up forward, and he delivered it.
Stay clear, Dom!
So Robbie Gray.
Right on it. Dom! Get Dom back.
Lining up
No closer.
for Port Adelaide's 7th consecutive goal. And they're doing it with great authority at the Adelaide Oval. This is a mighty statement from Port Adelaide. They lead by 36 points.
Well, this is where it starts, Hutto. It's at this stoppage here, and Hamish Hartlett's the one who gets the ball on. You see him at the back of the contest there. He knows they're going to win it, and look at him go. That's the run, that's the spread. He's then the link through the logo, and it's good ball use from that point on that allows this. Good work from Wingard, who's come into the game, and Robbie Gray's on the end of it. So Hartlett, with his positioning, getting out, getting wide, and allowing Port Adelaide to get their run going. His run coming back in.
Well, these are the sort of moments, a little mistake might open the door for the Cats. Blitzarves does it on his own, the big man. And he's kicked the goal. What about that for a lifter?
Taylor's pushed forward for this centre bounce.
Thanks, Moons. Out of the middle. Here's Boak trying to put things back on Port Adelaide's terms. And again, he calls on his experienced teammates. But McIntosh has got plenty of that. Bartel, commitment, magnificent. Young goes down. He's still in a heap. Port go forward, Sheringham got to the ball quickly. And he put it back for the Cats. But Polak, steady as she goes. Lobe out wide. Hartlett, smart player. Wasn't a great kick for Boak.
And again, the absolute want to run and capacity to run from the midfield into defence.
It's 50. I think Duncan realised that Port had the break.
He took in the ground unnecessarily.
So that's a critical decision, because it takes him within scoring range. Robbie Gray, been a very good player.
Aaron Young, guys, up around, just running around the boundary line, looks okay.
He's been a good player today, Young. Done a couple of good jobs.
The lead is 24 points. Gray gives it everything. It's not going to be enough to score. Blitzarves, they get a fist.
Oh, got it.
Gray, Sam Gray.
Can we go to review, Simon?
In the right
I
spot.
believe it's a goal. I just like to check the vision to make sure Sam did kick it before the line.
Yeah.
Score review.
I'm not sure what
Umpire's call it's a goal. Please check.
No question about that.
Review completed. Confirm goal.
And what a timely goal it was for the promoted rookie.
Done some good things under a fair bit of pressure inside, and you can just see there that he knows how to read the play. A lot of people have different views, I think, as to why that goal was reviewed, given the umpire was only a metre away from it. But
yeah, they'd like to just lock this away now the next couple of minutes. Port Adelaide take this lead, this 30-point lead going into three-quarter time. Keep it nice and tight around these stoppages. Oh, that's a bonus.
The drop of the ball was here. You're blocking him back here.
Why wasn't the advantage taken by Wingard?
He kicked it up in the air, I don't think it...
Yeah, I think the umpire was just in discussion that didn't realise. Yeah, exactly.
Wingard took the advantage.
Yeah, he did. He had a shot.
Gee, it's an interesting call, that one, isn't it? Saying he's blocked him.
Yeah, took it there, definitely.
Wingard took the advantage.
That's
Saying,
right.
yeah. It should have been
Should have been a
play on then.
the focus on Wingard for taking the advantage.
Still discussing it.
And Lobe makes him pay full price. Port back to a 36-point advantage.
Yeah, well, bonus goal there for Port Adelaide, and Geelong were starting to challenge, but they've responded now with the next two, Port Adelaide, so that's credit to the growth within the side, and you see that he's just trying to hold his ground in some ways. Blitzard protect that drop zone to go and hit it. Chris Scott not happy with that as well, and they've made the sub down there. I see Hunt coming now onto the into the midfield for the Cats, so they look for some run from him. He can get up both ends of the ground.
And unfortunately for Geelong Stokes, it's shut down. Varco has to go again. He'll sum it up, and he kicks it with a good team-orientated ploy. No mark to Taylor, though. Again, it's Gray, and Young just heaves it onto the boot. And that'll be enough. The clock will count down to three-quarter time. Port Adelaide have got all the answers at the moment. This mighty Geelong team are on their knees, but they've got a quarter to gather themselves together and come with a charge in the last. 5 goals, 3-2-1 in that third term. And Ken Hinkley has got this Port Adelaide team working to its absolute maximum at the moment.
Yeah, standing ovation there from all the supporters. Port Adelaide, what a quarter.
They lead by 38 points at the last. Jarman Impey comes on. Margin at 30. Bit of a shallow throw in. The ruckman get there. Well done from McIntosh. Down to Blitzars. He's in an uncomfortable position on his back. And here's Impey. Oh, he got a step ahead of everyone. And into that Gray man again.
Oh,
and he centered it so well. And he finds Wingard.
Here they come to Impey as well. That was just absolutely sensational. First touch of the ball. Watch the game for 3 and a bit quarters. Then come on, first touch. And you do that with a great step, great release, and then great team play to get the ball into Wingard's hands.
Thank you. Hold there.
Chad Wingard will know the significance of this kick.
No closer, don't walk in.
Port leading by 30 points.
Come on.
Straight through the middle. Port Adelaide lead by 6 goals again.
There it is. You can hear they've made their sub. It's Jarman Impey who's come into the game. There he is, just floating into screen there. This is the speed and step. That one there on Lonergan. Release to Wines, then Gray. Could have had a ping, but unselfish team play. Top of the square, Wingard all by himself. Enright protecting the square, thinking that Gray was going to have the shot. Smart kick from Gray, and that's the finish that Port Adelaide needed.
Well, they've just dominated stoppages from quarter time. Travis Boak has had 10. He's doubled his figure since quarter time. Steve Johnson, who had 4 early, just had 2 since quarter time. And that's where they've lost the handle on this match. Ground clearances, first possessions and stoppages.
Oh, and again, surging out of the middle. But he's going to get it again. He can stroll in. It's a procession at the moment. Wingard puts another one on the board. This Port Adelaide side, what a damaging combination. What an exciting team they are, Jared. They lead by 42 points. And right now, they're looking like they're going to be on top of the ladder tonight. There's still some time to go. Time for Geelong to get back into it, but they're going to have to do something very smart.
Back here, you see Enright comes up, and there's Wingard just popping out the back. Great vision to pick that out from Port Adelaide going forward.
And right now, he must be just loving this move that he's made. He was targeted by Port Adelaide, their recruiting team. Jason Cripps had him in his sights for over 12 months. And he made the move, and that's a mark on the line. No, the umpire said it's a behind.
Clear behind or clear?
Could have said the goal umpires being sure of their decisions. Now Duncan. Needed to be a really meticulous kick. That's an interesting handball from Bartel. Gray was there to give, and again they can run. Boat just chipped it up for Shields. White's going to run past him. White's going to run into the goal, so he might go back to the captain.
Yeah, he had to.
Back at ya! And Boat takes the mark in the square. He's going to end up with at least 2 simple goals today, Boat, but there was nothing simple about what went into it, into the build-up. It was hard, gutsy, great leadership.
Under fatigue, though, the decisions of Port Adelaide the last couple of times going forward, we'll see Boat kick this goal.
We will. We have.
Unselfish going forward, Hutto, because Robbie Gray's one to Wingard earlier in this quarter, and now that one there from Schultz back over the top to Boat, just putting the ball in the best position for their teammates to kick easy goals, and that's why they've been so successful in today's game. You see there, Duncan's right on him, but he goes again here. He breaks, he gets another 10 metres. White was well and short on his own again, but that's the gap that Boak was able to create over another 50-metre run.
So Bartel to line them up. He's had 19 disposals today, Jimmy Bartel. And at last, they find some accuracy in front of the sticks. Assistance from Guthrie and Varco. Now they decide to move with Dash. Enright got some issues. We've got more of them now. Young, will he give? Will he give? No, he wants to give. Oh, he'll give next time.
You got to give because you get distracted by not giving.
Yes.
He had a look.
Just give. Oh, look, it's an easy shot. He should nail that, no doubt. But the way they've played this last quarter with sharing with each other, it just would have been a nice way to finish it off with around about a minute to go.
Particularly for Chad Wingard.
Hartley, what a terrific player he's been. Gave it back this time to Sheringham. To Varco. 9 seconds to go. Got any time for another bit of Stevie J ahead? The ball's about to head in his direction, but it's not going to make it because the siren's about to sound. Delirious fans all the way around this magnificent Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide with a 40-point win. And the Port Power, right now after round 6, are on top of the world. (16-11-107) to 9-13-67. They took everything that Geelong had to offer, and they were able to dismiss it with great hard work, but outstanding skill. Some wonderful battles. Almost all of them went the way of Port Adelaide today, and they are a serious contender in season 2014.
Well, they sure are. What a game of footy today. Both clubs early on, the heat was on and both sides were cracking in. But Port Adelaide, especially their second half, to really consolidate and then take their lead out and grow that in the second half of this game, just shows credit to the maturity in the group over the last couple of years.
And what a great match to witness. So they both play entertaining footy. That's why there's 50,000 people here. They're a treat to watch, both of these clubs. They've turned it on, in particular Port tonight. But isn't it just fabulous to see this ground chock-a-block?
Let's get down to Cameron Mooney. So, announcement of the Peter Badco medal about to take place for the best on ground in this Anzac round. What a performance from Ken Hinkley, former star player with the Cats, and obviously an assistant coach there under Mark Thompson for so long.
Yeah, he'd be very happy with the way they contested. Contested ball was a huge challenge for them today against the Cats. They were able to stand up in that area of the game. You're right with Lobie there, Jared. His work around the middle of the ground, his hits to advantage were excellent. And
I like his groundwork.
But even their shape was good as well around those clearances. To allow Hartlett to get out on a number of occasions, burst into the wing, or then Boak had his opportunities to do it as well.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the young bloke, the young ruckman Lobie. To me, when he came in, didn't know if he had the athleticism, but he, like a lot of these players, have developed so much under Darren Burgess, and it would appear as if the skipper has picked up the medal.
Which is fantastic. It's on the back of an excellent game of footy today from Travis Boak, as he accepts the medal there. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Port Adelaide, of course, and everyone involved in making this such a fantastic day at the footy. I think Chad Wynn... Yep.
First of all, thank you very much to the Badco family. It's a great honour to win this medal. To Geelong, great contest. The crowd, thank you very much for turning out. It's a great honour to play on Anzac weekend and to play out at Adelaide Oval in front of all our adoring fans. Thank you very much. To the RSL, thank you. And to our boys, it's been 10 long games. We finally got one back, so well done, boys. Thank you.
So a big breakthrough there for Port Adelaide. A 40-point win. And they are on top of the ladder. They've beaten the Cats 16-11-107 to Geelong 9-13-67. And they are certainly going to be a powerful force in season 2014.